We said it last week, and yep, Blueprints showed up just before today's GFN Thursday update. So if you've been itching to climb that strange shifting tower, now's your chance. It's live. This week's update brings 11 more games to GeForce Now, including a few day one launches, some under the radar picks, and a solid mix of survival, strategy, and throwback fighting games. And yes, Hunt Showdown 1896 is technically in the lineup again, even though it's already on GFN. We'll call that a rerun. Let's take a look at what's actually new this week. First up, Forever Skies hits version 1.0. This first-person survival game puts you in a high-tech airship floating above a ruined Earth. You'll scavenge, research, and upgrade your flying base while exploring what's left below. If you skip the early access phase, now's a great time to jump in. Night is Coming also launches this week. It starts off as a cozy colony builder, but before long, dark magic kicks in and monsters start arriving. It's got that Rim World meets winter horror vibe, and things get intense fast. Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree is a new action RPG with gorgeous painted visuals and punishing combat. If you're into dark fantasy worlds with real challenge, this one's worth a look. Crime Scene Cleaner is also new this week via Game Pass. You clean up crime scenes. That's it. It's detailed, weirdly satisfying, and surprisingly effective at what it sets out to do. And finally, Tempest Rising arrives in early access. It's a classic style RTS with base building, resource juggling, and fast-paced combat that feels straight out of Command & Conquer. Strategy fans, this one's for you. As predicted, Blueprints finally lands on GFN. It's a surreal puzzle adventure set in a shifting tower that changes every time you open a door. It's clever, mysterious, and finally ready to explore. The Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics also drops in. It's a full set of 2D fighters from the Golden Age, including X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, MVC 1 and 2, and more, all in one package, cleaned up and just as wild as you remember. And for those keeping track, Path of Exile is now also available through the Epic Games Store. The content hasn't changed, but the storefront flexibility is nice if you've already got a library there. A few more titles round out the week's lineup. Hunt Showdown 1896 is now part of PC Game Pass, even though it's already been on GFN. Great game. Just not exactly new. Aim Labs also joins the service. It's an FPS training tool packed with drills, aim tests, and everything you need to obsess over your flick shots. ContractVille was originally listed for last week, but dropped late. It's a quirky management sim about freelance chaos and running a very sketchy business. Weirdly compelling. Angedonia, 2 rounds out the list, an indie open world RPG with old school vibes, crafting, questing, light exploration. It's a chill fantasy game with just enough charm to keep you hooked. That's your full rundown for this week's GFN Thursday. Blueprints landed right on cue, day one drops delivered, and a few delayed arrivals finally made it in. Overall, it's a solid mix, but if you're starting to feel like GFN needs something more than just game lists each week, you're not alone. That's why we made a whole video on why NVIDIA needs to launch GeForce Entertainment, something that pushes the platform beyond just gameplay and turns it into a full-on experience. Check that out if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.